Hey guys, I'd been mouthing off on the forums for Mirror's Edge, and I was musing about the idea of doing a benchmark between the stock game and what tuning is possible on modern systems. And the game, of course, Mirror's Edge shipped in 2009, and therefore was set up with the libraries that were available in 2009, and it was configured to run on the machines that were common in 2009. That means it had rate control to make it try to run smoothly on machines and that were barely able to run it on the game. And it also had a bunch of settings that most of the cards at the time were DirectX 9 card GPUs. So therefore, all the everything was set up for what a GPU could do in 2009. The settings here, I mean, there were a lot of features that were in the engine already, but were not turned on. And what I did was I took the file. I took my tuned file and I saved it, and then I deleted it, relaunched the game, created a new file that's basically the stock settings, and then I used basically a built-in command called FC. That's just a shell command that's in all versions of Windows, an FC that compares the original file and the new file. We can see the settings I've changed are allow shadow volumes and false to true, and enable branching shadow. So a lot of these things are just mindlessly turned them on. I did turn off the rate control because that was necessary on a machine that's marginal for this game. What you do is you try to smooth out the performance to try to give the user a decent experience even on marginal hardware. But so I turned that off, and both versions of the file that's turned off. And then down here, I think at the time in 2009, there was like a brief, like 6 months window between DirectX 9 and the DirectX 11. It was about 6 months, and I think that there were a number of titles that came out during that period, like this game, Assassin's Creed, a couple other things that were DirectX 10 games. And I think that there's so in here there's one of the settings. I think it's like allow DirectX 10, and the commands. I set that to true on the tuned version. So it's DirectX 9 on the default, DirectX 10 on the tuned. What I did for the main game, let's see, make sure. This. I went into binaries. I have, again, two versions of binaries. The optimize, where I stripped it down to only what it needs to run. Everything else, it goes into the Windows compatibility. I'm on Windows 10 here. So Windows 10 has a 32-bit compatibility library. And what that does is it has the latest versions of all the DLLs, which I took out of here. Also, there are a couple of things like NV Cooking, for example. I have the NVIDIA version of that, where on the stock version, if I find NV Cooking, I mean, of course, much longer list of files here. If I find that again, this is the original Agea. I mean, Agea is the company that made physics, but it was bought out by NVIDIA, so I found the updated for that. So these are all the changes between the stock. Now, right now, I have the stock version of the game loaded, and I think let's load it. We're loading the stock game right now with the settings as shown, and the resolution is set to 4K. The record is set to 4K as well, so I'm burning hard drive really fast right now. I set the compression to 1 notch below an optimum, and so it's very close to lossless compression. I'm gonna go to play chapter. I think on heat. I think I liked the heat and let's see, rope burn, checkpoint B. I think that this has a good selection of things here. And this thing beats me up, and if I don't,
no one threatens me.
I practiced this a couple of times before starting the stream.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
So still pretty tricky. So I think the command here is actually when it flashes red, there. And I die. Try that again. I'm gonna try to slow it and then run up here. The attack.
You can both go to hell. No one threatens me.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Alright, he jumps. I most slow. Get the bat. There, got him.
Better talk fast. I can see your hands starting to sweat. You set up Kate Connors, didn't you?
Okay, got a good look there. Look around the city. Look around here. On a little bit. Punch the door. Now we're inside. Now all of this lighting is pre-baked. The textures are set up, so we're just gonna run in here. I mean, of course, there's no RTX, so everything had to be pre-computed. Yeah. I suck. I know I suck. But give me a shotgun. Gun go.
Elevator shaft's the fastest way out. Only way out, too. One way or another, you've got to get that elevator moving.
Okay, push the button. Okay, we don't need to see me sucking in for too much longer, so we'll just take this as our indoor scene.
I'm boosting your signal. Try and find a way through.
Okay, spin around a little bit. Look at the ceiling, look at the tunnel, look at the... Okay, I'm gonna call it there. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and go back to my normal state. Now the config, I'm gonna delete the delete that, and then copy, paste, press F2. Okay, so okay, no differences. Just that was a double check to make sure that I had the I did that correctly. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete, do exactly the same thing here. Delete that. Take a copy, paste. Okay. All right, that's good. Play. Okay, gonna try to do exactly the same thing.
If he sends you, you can both go to hell. No one threatens me. Fade.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Better talk fast. I can see your hands starting to sweat. You set up Kate Connors, didn't you?
That little cop. Yeah.
Okay, look at the city. Here, run around a little bit. Door. I don't like shotguns, I like rifles better, but... And I'm going to the death... Of course, killing a cop is a death sentence, so... This is a video game and you're expected to kill, or at least evade cops. And I'm sucking. So obviously tuning the game has been playing even worse. I think there's... I'm gonna go most slow and as soon as I encounter him.
elevator shaft's the fastest way out. Only way out, too. One way or another, you've got to get that elevator moving.
She's in the elevator shaft. Get the damn doors open.
Seems Jackknife was bang on the money about Ropeburn being behind this. Wonder who his professional is. I'm boosting your signal. Try and find a way through.
Okay. Okay, before I burn any more hard drive space, thank you very much. That should be enough to do a comparison. If I had an editing software, I'd try to lay them side by side to see if there's any real differences, but not that sophisticated.